Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and once again, we're getting into the world of 4K movies with Kino Lorber having put out another classic. We're looking at 1991's The Silence of the Lambs today. This, of course, being one of the films about serial killer Hannibal Lecter, easily the most famous film that's ever been made about this character, where he's famously portrayed by Anthony Hopkins. I'm going to unbox this release, talk about the movie, some of the bonus features, picture quality, and let you know if it gets a recommendation. Here's the cover. Basic, but I like it. Got the skullhead moths from the movie, as well as Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins characters. Spine text. Back cover listing the bonus features, a detailed description of the film, and then things like credits and the legal mumbo jumbo. We pop out the slipcover. Pretty much the same thing underneath. Open the case, and here we have our discs. Disappointingly, again, there's no reversible sleeve here, which would have been nice. In The Silence of the Lambs, a famous senator's daughter has been kidnapped by a strange psycho by the name of Buffalo Bill. The FBI's new recruit, Clarice Starling, is sent by her superior to interview Hannibal Lecter, a serial killer behind bars in prison because he's a murderous cannibal. However, he's an intellectual, and getting from him a profile on Buffalo Bill may make it easier for the FBI to do what's necessary to bring Buffalo Bill to justice and rescue the senator's daughter. Of course, Hannibal Lecter isn't going to just make it easy for them to dive in and get what they need. And it's up to Clarice to do what's necessary to make ends meet and seal the deal, putting an end to Buffalo Bill and his crimes. Anthony Hopkins, certainly one of the greatest actors in Hollywood that there is. This was the movie that firmly established him as one of the greatest actors of all time. He'd had some noteworthy and pretty solid roles prior to this, but it's Hannibal Lecter that cemented his legacy. And this film ended up going on to win a ton of Academy Awards, due in no small part to his role here. Jodie Foster is absolutely great as the young, idealistic FBI recruit who's sent to have her encounters with Lecter. And of course, as you'd expect in a movie like this, all hell breaks loose, and you pretty much have to expect the unexpected. 30 plus years later, it's still a movie that's shocking, gripping, and a lot of fun to watch. The Silence of the Lambs has been released many times on home video due to its lofty nature as a well-received film. And it was released twice on the Blu-ray disc format, once in a standard release by the studio, and more recently by the Criterion Collection, again on Blu-ray. This is the first 4K release of the film, and websites that have reviewed the movie are very debated over whether this is the same transfer that was used for Criterion's disc or not. So I can't really go into too much detail there just because there's conflicting information. But what I will say is this is a very good, solid, faithful looking transfer. Silence of the Lambs is always a movie that's had a bit of a dull, muted color palette, so it's never going to be like eye candy that just pops off the screen or is razor sharp. But this is a faithful, solid-looking transfer that hasn't been tinkered with or received any noise reduction. The exact color timing of the movie is always going to be something of a debate, but this is kind of a nice, happy medium between some of the earlier releases. And it's easily the best all-around looking release of the film that we've gotten to date. Again, you don't need a massive HDR treatment here, but it does give it that little uptick that certainly does help to sell it over the last generation's releases. Again, don't come in here expecting something razor sharp, crystal clear, and overly colorful, but you will get a faithful, true to the source transfer that looks the way it should. Now, for bonus features, again, I don't have the earlier releases of the film, so I can't say what's missing from those, but I would hold on to your Criterion Collection disc if you have it, because based on what I'm reading, there are some features in that set that aren't included here, and that's all the more reason to keep that. But you shouldn't skimp out on buying this disc either, because this is certainly a better transfer and takes advantage of the higher resolution and things like HDR. It is all previously released features you get in this set, but you do get to learn a lot about the story, its conception as a film, and everything in between, and for that, these features are definitely worth checking out. Are you a fan of The Silence of the Lambs? Do you think it's the best film, best portrayal of Dr. Hannibal Lecter on the big screen? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.